What's going on, everyone? I am back today with Killer Klowns from Outer Space. Friday the 13th I saw as a game people would love. Dead by Daylight? Yeah. Texas Chainsaw? That was a surprise. But Killer Klowns? It's insane because I had an easier time finding a lobby in this than Ash vs. Evil Dead. I love the movie, but I had no idea that so many people cared for it. Maybe they cared, I don't know. I'm just going to assume they did. Either way, I'm here to tell you if I think it's worth the price tag of $40. Thank you, Ilphonic, for the code, which means I'm going to be doing a giveaway, but listen carefully. Please don't skip ahead. I've tried doing these giveaways, but every time I pick a winner, nobody responds to my comments or they don't email me back. I'm going to reply to your comment saying that you won, so be on the lookout. This giveaway runs 9 days from the release of this video. With that being said, be on the lookout for my 3 favorite horror movies I put in this video somewhere and comment them and I'll enter you in. Now finally, my name is Tanner, this is For Your Money, and this intro has been way too long. In the game, you're not going to get the story off the bat like you would in the movie. So the way it goes is these clowns have landed in their circus tent and they're here on Earth to harvest and eat humans for sustenance, but not without style, of course. In the game itself, you're going to collect cassette tapes, and they're similar to the Pamela tapes we saw on Friday. They're very rare and hard to find, and there's quite a lot of them. They're usually broadcasts or journals from people observing the invasion. I love it because they easily could have not added anything to the game to add any depth whatsoever, because a lot of people, I feel like, might not care if they did that, but for people like me, I love it, and this was plenty enough to get me by. By now, we should know how asymmetrical games work given the popularity boom a few years after Evolve. 2 teams with varying goals to accomplish, and this is no different. You got 2 teams, the humans and the clowns. Humans have the goal to escape by any means, whether it be a boat, tunnel, a teleporter, plus a couple more. You drop in the map and immediately begin looking for weapons to attack the clowns with, snacks to boost health or stamina, a medkit to fully heal you, but most importantly, you're going to be looking for items to help you escape, like keys or gas, spark plugs. You're going to work as a team, kill the clowns, and escape before the clown apocalypse. If you don't escape before that timer, you're going to die. If you're dead, this game, however, does something I've never seen before, and I love it. It is fucking genius. In the afterlife, players can play a little retro minigame, and the goal is to get the timer in the game down to 0 as fast as possible. And after doing so, you select one of 3 cards. And this can be anything from a popsicle, a bat, or even key items to aid escape, such as a key card. Whenever you win these, you can give them to the players you're spectating, which is the most helpful mechanic I've ever seen in a game like this. I've been in need of a gate key and got super lucky because somebody was spectating me and they gave it to me from the beyond and allowed me to escape. There's no limit to these minigames. You win and just keep coming back. If you died, however, you can keep these items for yourself in hopes a teammate resurrects you. So if you do come back, you have something to start with rather than just starting from scratch. And like I said, neat. I've never seen anything like this in a game before. Clowns either kill the humans or they can cotton candy cocoon them up to try and activate the clown apocalypse a little bit sooner. But be wary because humans are going to be helping each other escape from these cocoons. They have a short time before they die in there, but it's enough time for them to escape. Now, with the addition of being able to hang these enemies, I think it's neat and it's very Dead by Daylight inspired. And the only way you can get out of them are either a sharp object like a fire poker or, like I said, a teammate will help them out. This gives clowns a bit more playstyle variety, and if it's a fun match, you're going to be hung like once or twice. I felt that it added a little bit more life to the matches, giving humans a chance rather than instantly killing them like Jason used to do with his one-handed choke. Now, other than that, the clowns are going to go around the map using the weapon to candy up all the escape routes they can so they can slow the survivor's progression, while also finding pre-existing cocoons to hang up. The overall goal is to activate the clown apocalypse sooner, but in general, I think you're going to find that it's mainly just going to be you hunting the humans. I've never been in a match, or myself, I've never achieved getting the clown apocalypse any sooner than the actual timer of the game. Now, both clowns and humans, they have different archetypes to lend favor to whatever playstyle you're looking for, but of course they're not all available off the bat, meaning you're going to need to level up, and that's not hard to do. Leveling up was actually surprisingly easy. For humans, the different classes can aid in things such as sprinting, fighting, being the one to fix up the escape routes. And for clowns, it's about the same as humans, some better at traversing the map, the others you're going to want to carry the cocoons like the tank. They can huff and puff that thing way better than any of the other clowns. All these are in the customization menu that you're going to find in the main menu. Other than choosing what class you want, you can customize these clowns and humans with different outfits and patterns to help not look like everybody else. And for the clown, this is where you're going to select what weapon and abilities you want. There is a nice arsenal here for the clowns to choose from, but this is also where I'm going to start saying that they need to nerf some stuff. Like the bounce caster, I don't have it yet, but I went up against tons of people who did, and there's just no damn way that it should be that good. Which brings me here. I love the gameplay. I thought it was an overall blast, and I was excited to leave work and hop on here. It was the equivalent to Friday the 13th for me, but now it's years later. It's enough variety to make every game feel fresh, even though there's only about 4 maps, which is a bummer. With me having fun, it doesn't mean this game's perfect. This game does have some issues that can get you killed. So first, the sprint for me would cut off at random times while I was being chased. I'd be running through town or wherever, and my stamina, it's half full, and my character would just randomly come to a halt and slow walk, and it fucked me so many times because I was being chased and now I'm cocooned or dead. Another issue I had were some of the skill checks. When you're getting cotton candy off a machine or installing a part, you get skill checks, and they come in different forms, but you press the corresponding button whenever the meter reaches the point it needs to, and if you're late, it's going to alert the clowns. My issue is you can press the button in yellow, meaning that was a good response, but it wasn't perfect. That's for the green area. Well, whatever. My issue is I would press the right button in the orange area just to be safe, and it would fail the skill check. It's 2 buttons, so failing is literally almost impossible. They just don't register that you did the skill check correctly, and now your plan of escape is blown by the clowns, and you're going to have to hide or fight and start that plan all over again, but now they're going to be watching, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult. As for the community, I'll give a little short review for that as well. At first, the community I thought was toxic, but then better spirited players began to come in, and it really boosted the morale on the match. You had more players that were willing to seek out other players, band together, and survive the invasion. So yeah, the community is what makes the game like this, and IllFonic, you are lucky because this is a great player base and they are a blast to play with. Design is about what you would expect. It's a better looking Friday the 13th. It's nothing that's going to amaze you, but it's good enough to belong in current gen. Now what I did love, however, is how they handled the 80s, but more specifically, how they took care of the Killer Klown world. It's a love letter, and I have no doubt that IllFonic are fans of the movie, from actually including Slim's invisible car to the clown's tent being visible on every map outside the boundaries. It just makes you feel like you're at the epicenter of the invasion, and that's not to mention as well that there's cotton candy everywhere around the map blocking you in. I would expect nothing less from a Killer Klowns game, but these devs really nailed the vibe check. The only issue I had here would have been some of the visual glitches and bugs that occurred. A few times the level bar would be stuck on my screen, or a character's body would stretch to the sky. I mean, it's just a few minor things that I'm sure could be easily fixed. Killer Klowns for me is worth $30 out of $40. It's honestly a really fun game to have with friends, and the community has been nothing but stellar for me for the most part. No, it's not perfect, and it has some bugs here and there, and it needs some balancing in small areas, but overall it's a blast to hop in a match whether you're a clown or a human and just have some kind of instant gratification, and for me, that's my style, so I like it. Don't forget to comment those movies and be on the lookout for me commenting under your name saying you won. I'm almost out of that busy spell that I mentioned during the Hellblade review, so I can put out more here soon. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you all on the next video.